I'm happy to bring in our special guest here, Pimco fund manager and partner Paul McCulley. Paul, good to have you with us, and that is the key question for you. What does this mean for the Fed?
I think the Fed can breathe a little bit easier after these data. They were better than expected. They were not good, but they were better than expected. There's a great deal of dissension within the FOMC about moving to QE2, in part because of questions about the effectiveness of it. The economy is slipping, and the economy seems to be muddling along right now, which is not a good news story for the average American.
Could it also reduce the size of what the Fed would have to do?
That's a very difficult question because the Fed itself doesn't know how to size QE2 if it goes that direction. I think it would be foolish to have a table-pounding viewpoint short-term on what stocks are going to do because the market is schizophrenic.
Doesn't it tell you, though, Paul, that perhaps the equity investors had priced it right with this economy?
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize that the equity market has been on a swoon, so therefore the equity market has been discounting or romancing or increasing the probability of a double dip. And I think the stock market and the bond market have been romancing the same thing, which is a weaker than expected economy.
Co-founded by BYU alums Dallin Larson and Henry Marsh in 2005, Monavie is a beverage supplement. Larson says sales topped $1 billion this year since the company started in 2005, and Monavie is the fastest growing direct sales company in the nearly 100-year history of the direct sales industry. People in half a dozen countries are buying and selling it. Fox 13 pulled Monavie's income disclosure statement. Under federal law, the company has to make this information public.
Dairy has plenty of buzz right now, being called a superfood by people like Dr. Oz on Oprah, and sales of the drink are through the roof, pushing over the $1 billion mark in just 3 years.
A registered nurse for over 10 years in the area promoting the product. She's been so successful that she and her husband have quit their jobs and are now working solely for the Monavie company as distributors.
Shelley is a top distributor for Monavie. She went from being a stay-at-home mom of 4
I learned a little bit about fruit
to making hundreds of thousands of dollars in less than 2 years.
Patients have more energy, they're sleeping better.
Dr. Fred Leibowitz has a pain management practice in Fort Myers. For him, it's about making his patients feel better with fewer drugs.
This mother of 4, 30-year-old Holly Dresden, was feeling run down. Then she tried the acai berry juice blend.
And I have the energy that I need, the sleep that I need, and it's healthy.
Ready?
Now her entire family drinks it.
Monavie is a line of fruit juices that has developed a cult-like following by celebrities and average Americans alike.
and that is Monavie, which is this stuff that I take every morning. I love it because you take it out of the refrigerator, you just slap it back. You know, people think, my gosh, it's 6 in the morning. But no, it's good for you. It has 15 berries in it that are amazing, including the acai.
Monavie is actually probably the healthiest drink you can get. Have you heard of the acai berry? This is like Oprah Winfrey's new super genius smart food of all smart foods. It apparently has more antioxidants than any other food known to man.
You're supposed to drink 2 ounces in the morning, 1 ounce a night, and people are calling it this miracle drink. It's a great berry.
You know, that's good.
Tastes fantastic.
That is nice. Yeah, it's super high in antioxidants and all the other stuff. It promotes heart health. And they even say it's mutagenic, meaning everybody's getting DNA damage every day because of radiation and oxidative stress. And there's a lot of evidence that the berries like this, also the blueberry too, can really help prevent that damage, which eventually can prevent cancer.
Monavie is sending everyone in our audience home with a bottle of your own.
Physician had this juice tested to make sure that it didn't have any banned substances in it. Before we talk about what's in it, I want you to know who's using this stuff. I mean, we are talking about some of the NFL's super elite athletes. We're talking about Tony Gonzalez, Lyle Overbay, and then finally Al Harris, who we all remember from Philadelphia, but he has done great things for Green Bay. So these are people that take their fitness seriously.
Is the juice that good? Even pro athletes are drinking it, like former Bronco Mark Cooper, who's had 7 surgeries on his knees and shoulders.
My knees actually feel better now to where I'm going back to squatting and doing more exercising, and I'm 48 years old.
And for me, energy, feeling good, and just everything that the Monavie product brings to me is what I need out there on the field.
I became a believer after I tried it and saw what it did for me.
It's called Monavie.
When I started drinking the juice, I did feel a little better. I just felt like I had a kick in my step. I was sleeping better.
It is helping patients. They enjoy it very much.
Chiropractor Erica Way even sells Monavie at her practice.
New York Times bestselling author Nicholas Perricone rates it the #1 superfruit in the Perricone Promise, helping you look younger and live longer. But there's more. See this purple juice? It's called Monavie Active. A new study finds Monavie Active increases antioxidant activity. Those antioxidants able to penetrate cells, giving you the greatest health benefits and perks, improved healing, and a stronger immune system.
Chiropractor David Miller recommends Monavie to his patients, and he uses it too. He says it helped him play basketball with his son again.
I'm still intrigued how one product can have such a broad effect on so many different conditions.
Monavie.
Monavie.